greetings. Welcome to the show. It's Keys for Your Best Homestead. Your host today, Maggie Cavanaugh. And I want to talk to you about a vegetable. A little bit of a backstory on this vegetable. It is called Bok Choy. Some people call it Bok Choy. It really depends on where you're from. In the States here, we hear it usually referred to as Bok Choy. But over in Europe, a lot of people call it Bok Choy. And it comes in large sizes and small sizes and so forth. So what is it? It's a Chinese vegetable. It's known as like a cabbage, but it's more like a green as far as the way that the leaves grow. So quick little story on why I'm talking about bok choy. I was at the not farmer's market, but I was at one of my favorite nurseries recently, and I had a tray of different types of vegetables, and I was putting the different ones in my tray, and I set it down. I walked over to grab a couple cucumber, and when I came back, I set the cucumber into the wrong tray. The tray was a tray full of bok choy, and I wasn't really paying any attention. I was in a big hurry to get the grandkids to school. So I went to the checkout. I checked out. I got home. I took it out of the back, and I was like, this is a whole lot of green. I bought a whole flat of bok choy except for my 2 cucumbers. And previously, I had some squash and some zucchini and all of these things, and I ended up with the whole thing. And I was like, you know what? Bok choy is pretty good anyway. It's extremely good for you, extremely good for you. So we're going to talk about the benefits of that. But I ended up with all that bok choy. So after I give you some information, we'll go out into the garden and then we'll talk about how to grow bok choy. But first I want to talk about how awesome it is. Now, I will tell you, I want to put a little risk factor out there, a little disclaimer, if you will. It is very high in vitamin K. So if you're like on blood thinners, things like that, you need to talk to your doctor about your diet, and you may need to avoid it because of that. However, it is amazing. It's a high in antioxidants, super high in antioxidants. It's good for your heart, circulation, bones. It helps with healing, your immune system. It's an Asian vegetable, and they have used it medicinally for a long time. And the way it spreads out, it's a dense cluster of leaves, almost like an Indian mustard. And so, matter of fact, it's one of the highest 3 wholesome plants as far as nutrient density. And every 100 grams of a serving, there are 13 calories. I like that. 13 calories. That's like 0. Weight Watchers would say you don't even have to count the points for that. So, but it provides a large amount of ascorbic acid in it, A, K, B6, and B6, and all those work on the central nervous system. So that's really good. It's full of minerals and essential stuff in there. It's really, really good for you, like most grains. But I think that the reason that I like it so much is because I like Chinese food. So if you're thinking, well, what would I do with my bok choy? You could do a couple different things with it. Some people use it on sandwiches. Some people use it as a garnish. Some people use it in salads. I use it in a stir fry and a detox soup. So someday, maybe I'll do a video. If you guys are interested in stuff like that, I may do a recipe for the detox soup. It's super duper good for you. Detoxes your body. So let's go out in the garden and see how we can cut it back, because I've got quite a bit of it. So I'll see you guys in the garden. Hey, we're in the garden. So now I want to show you about the bok choy. Now I'm growing in garden bags. They're pretty nifty. I love them. They're very convenient. You get a super sharp knife. Now you can use scissors. Now I'm going to use a method that's called cut and come again, which means some greens, including lettuces, kale, not so much kale, but some of the other lettuces you can take and literally cut some off, eat it, enjoy it, and more will grow back. And that's what we're going to do here. So what you do is, first I'm going to get rid of that dry leaf there. As you can see, this was the first time I had grown bok choy. And I've got too much in here, but you go on the outer side here, and you go down here to the end. Now, one way to do it is to take it and go completely across, just like that. Just cut that puppy right off. See? Isn't that nice? Now, this is how you see it in the grocery stores. Just like that. But some of them, we're going to harvest a different way. We're going to harvest them by using the outer ones. But all of this looks like it needs to go. So see, I'm just going to go to the outer ones, cut a little bit of angle. Why? Because if you cut it straight across, then the water is going to get in there. Here, the water drains off and it goes down. So you can take this. So you can just come out in your garden and you can grab you a couple little pieces like this and use for your salad and or your soup. So it's really, really yummy stuff. This one here, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut it at an angle at the base, just like that. There you go. I mean, look at this. This stuff is amazing. I'm going to be making the detox soup I was telling you about, so that's why I'm taking so much of it. And I also want to clear out some of this here because these are a little bit on the crowded side. I actually put too many in these large bags. So bok choy is yummy. It's good for you. It's something you want to have on the homestead. I don't know if you want to have as much as me. I have like massive, this is just a few of them. I've got a whole nother bed over there full of bok choy. So anyway, I just want to tell you guys to be blessed and hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure that you follow us on Keys to Your Best Life, where you can see all the great things that we're doing. And God bless you guys. Have a great day.